Okay, let's do a little bit of math. Your objectives or your targets are I can interpret information to solve a word problem, and I can identify counting patterns. So those are the two main skills that we're going to emphasize today, but we're also going to review some other skills. The first thing we're going to do is count by fours to 48, starting with 0, 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. If you know those, you can do your times 4, and you can also do your divide by 4 because you're just counting multiples of 4 each time. I want you to write these down. Press the pause button, write them down on your paper or your whiteboard so that you can solve them. And when you have the answers to the 3 problems at the top, I want you to turn your computer back on or your iPad, whatever you're watching through, hit the play button so that we can go over the answers. 12 take away some number equals 5. I have my largest number, so I know I'm missing another smaller number. You can either count up from 5 or you can count back by 5, and you should wind up with a subtrahend of 7. Here I've got equals 15, and 15 is my largest number. It's my total, so I need to know how far I need to go from 9 to get to 15. Again, you can count up from 9 to 15, or you can count backwards to 9 and see how far you go, and you should get 6. And 11 take away some number equals 7. 11 is my largest number, so I need a subtrahend to get me to 7. So you can count up from 7 to 11, or you can count backwards from 11 to 7, and you should find the answer is 4 both ways. Now write these 2 problems on your board and pause the machine while you're doing it. Work the problems. When you have the answer, start the video back up. When I look at 900 take away 589, I know to start in the ones column, and I see that the bottom is bigger. I can't borrow anything from a 0, so I'm going to treat this 90 as 90 groups of 10. And when I borrow one group of 10, I'm left with 89 groups of 10, and I regroup the ones, and now I have 10 ones. 10 take away 9 equals 1. 9 take away 8 equals 1. 8 take away 5 equals 3. 9,000 take away 5,241. I still begin in the ones column, and I see that that the bottom is bigger, and there's nothing here that I can borrow from. So I'm going to treat this whole set of digits as 900 groups of 10. When I borrow one group of 10, I will have 899 groups of 10 left. I regroup into the ones column, and 0 becomes 10 ones. 10 take away 1 is 9. 9 take away 4 is 5. 9 take away 2 is 7. 8 take away 5 is 3. 3,759. The next section is on patterning, and that is one of your targets for the day, is figuring out the missing numbers in a pattern. So when I look at this first pattern, I see that of the numbers that I have, there are 3 ones here, 3 ones here, and 3 ones here. So it looks to me like the only thing that's changing is the tens. So what number do you think needs to come next? How many tens are in the number 3? Well, I think there's 0 tens. How many tens are in the number 23? Well, I think there are 2 tens. So what number of tens should come between 0 tens and 2 tens? Well, I think that might be 1 10. 3, 13, 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 73. Because in that pattern, the number of ones stayed the same each time. Now you look at the second one. I have 4 blanks, a 16, then a blank, a 22, and a 25. And after you heard me say that, and I want you to pause it, and I want you to write that pattern down, and I want you to look at it, and I want you to especially look right here and see if you can determine how they got from 22 to 25 and how that impacts my whole pattern. When I look at the numbers 22 and 25, I know that that is a change in 3. So if I go backwards 3, that would become 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, then 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now you look at the next one and try it and see if you can determine how these numbers in the pattern changed and how that is going to impact what comes above and what comes below. You have 3 blanks, 28, 33, 38, and then 2 blanks. Pause it, think about it for a minute, and when you think you have the answers, turn the video back on. To get from 28 to 33, I'd say after 28 comes 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So that means I added 5 to get to 33. Well, let's see if that rule works here. After 33 comes 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So that works. So my rule is my number has to change by 5 each time. Well, going this direction, we're going to add to find the numbers. But what if we're going in this direction? How are we going to figure out what numbers belong there? Will you add to go in this direction, or will you subtract to go to the left? I think if we're going to get smaller numbers, we're going to have to subtract. So to complete this end, 38 and 5 make 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Now let's determine the missing numbers in this end of the pattern. So we're going to count backwards by 5. So before 28 comes 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. And if you look, it's kind of neat because the 3 and the 8 repeat each time. Okay? Now, I have some clocks. I have 4 clocks. And I want you not to draw the clocks. I just want you to look at each clock and tell me what each clock's time is, or what time each clock shows. So stop the video so that you can look at the clocks. Be careful to look at where the hour hand is pointing. Okay, the first one, the hour hand is between 6 and 7, but it has not gotten to the 7, so the hour is 6. If I count my groups of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 6:45, or quarter till 7. The second one, my hour hand is directly on the 2. My minute hand